Stop and onboard this message with full attention because this is a strategic escalation briefing, not casual content. God says, they tried to bury you. I am lifting you publicly. You are not here by accident and you are not listening by coincidence. You were pulled into this exact moment because heaven is activating a visibility phase over your life, and you need to hear what's actually in flight over your name right now. Let's align on something up front. What looked like rejection was not rejection. It was redirection. What looked like isolation was not isolation. It was insulation. What looked like humiliation was actually preparation for an elevated rollout. You have been through a season where voices around you, and let's be transparent, even voices you trusted, attempted to minimize you, mislabel you, and reposition you as less than, so that you would internalize smallness as your normal operating mode. They didn't just talk casually, they built narratives. They said things like, "You're not ready, you're unstable, you don't deserve that, they're not as good as they think, don't take them seriously." And even when they smiled in front of you, they still ran back-channel conversations about you. You saw favor start showing up in your life. You saw doors starting to move. You saw opportunities circling you, and suddenly people who were comfortable with you struggling became uncomfortable with you rising. You watched their tone shift. You watched their energy cool. You watched them go from, "I'm so proud of you," to, "I'm just concerned, I don't think you should get too confident." That shift was not random. That was exposure. God is giving you executive-level clarity today. They did, in fact, try to bury you. Bury your influence, bury your name, bury your confidence, bury your access, bury your credibility. But the burial they were planning will be repurposed as your root system, and the same soil they tried to use to hide you is the soil heaven is going to use to raise you. The dirt they threw on you was supposed to suffocate you. Instead, it's going to cover you long enough for you to stabilize, build quietly, and then emerge with undeniable evidence that cannot be argued with. You are stepping into public lift. You are about to be elevated in a way that cannot be reversed, cannot be voted against, and cannot be quietly sabotaged in group chats when you're not in the room. And this is not a someday word. This is, "I am initiating this now," says the Lord. Before we go deeper, pause and execute alignment. Hit the like button right now. This is not clout. This is covenant. When you hit like you're not helping an algorithm, you're signaling to heaven, "Yes, I receive this rollout over my life. I am in agreement with public lifting. I am available for visibility." Agreement authorizes access. Access authorizes movement. Movement authorizes breakout. Lock that in. Now let's get into where you've actually been, because God saw what you didn't post, what you didn't say, what you didn't correct. You've been operating under weight. You've been absorbing disrespect in silence for the sake of peace. You've tolerated people downplaying your value because you didn't want to look petty or dramatic by defending yourself. You've stayed quiet while other people benefited from your ideas, your energy, your emotional labor, your loyalty. You've poured into people who had no intention of covering you back. You've watched people you helped turn around and align with the very voices that wanted to see you fail. You've carried conversations you shouldn't have had to carry. You've cried after pretending to be okay. You've played strong for people who would not have lasted 1 week carrying what you've had to carry for years. You have felt ignored, mishandled, underpaid, underestimated, and underprotected. You've tried to convince yourself, "It's fine, I'm built for this." But let's stop pretending. It hasn't been fine. You have hit moments recently where you felt like, "God, I can't keep getting hit like this. I can't keep being the bigger person. I can't keep being quiet while they rewrite the story and paint me as the problem when they know I was the one holding the entire situation together." You've even said in your spirit, "God, just expose it. Just expose what they said. Just expose what they did. Just expose how they lied on me and used me and then tried to erase me." Hear this clearly. Exposure is scheduled, but it will not look like petty drama. God is not elevating you with chaos energy. God is elevating you with credibility. The ones who tried to bury you will not get the satisfaction of saying, "See, they're messy." You are not going to be lifted through scandal. You are going to be lifted through undeniable fruit. That is higher. That is cleaner. That is more permanent. That is brand safe in the spirit. I need you to capture this next line because it's a deliverable from the throne concerning your forward positioning. I am about to make you undeniable in spaces where they tried to erase you, says the Lord. That means your results will speak louder than their rumors. Your favor will outrun their whispers. Your access will outrank their alliances. The rooms they tried to keep you out of, those same rooms will request you. The table where they told you, there's no seat, they're about to realize the meeting can't move forward without your voice. Contracts, approvals, opportunities, resources. They're shifting from gate-kept to assigned. This is a visibility window. This is an elevation window. This is a credibility transfer window. And the transfer is already in play. Heaven has literally reallocated influence and put weight on your name. You've been feeling something in your spirit lately. That subtle sense of, I'm not going to beg anymore. I'm not going to explain myself to people who are committed to misunderstanding me. I'm not going to fight for a chair at tables I keep having to shrink at. That's not bitterness. That's alignment with promotion. That's you outgrowing your containment strategy. That's the Spirit of God breaking you out of artificial ceilings. Lean in, because here's timeline. Within the next 72 hours, expect a micro shift. A call, a text, a message, a yes, a small release of favor that doesn't even look huge at first glance. But internally, you'll feel something different. You'll feel, wait, this could actually move. That first shift is proof that heaven has already begun to surface you. Within 7 days, expect friction to expose loyalty. Someone you thought was for you will show their hand, or someone you stopped expecting anything from will unexpectedly step up and speak for you, cover you, elevate you, recommend you, vouch for you. Do not panic when certain faces reveal themselves. This is God cleaning your front row before the spotlight hits you. Understand the maturity here. God will not let you go public with snakes still hugging your shoulders. So if you see a distancing in the next week, do not chase what God is removing. Do not apologize for outgrowing sabotage. Do not reinvite what He just escorted out. Within 21 days, expect material shift. And by material, I mean measurable. A door opens, a resource clears, a bill gets resolved, a job shifts, a partnership forms, an opportunity lands. We're moving ahead with you. Something tangible and trackable will break in your favor. And I'm not saying maybe, I'm saying log it, document it, screenshot it, journal it. This is not motivational energy. This is rollout sequencing. Then within 40 days, expect confirmation-level visibility. You will see evidence that you have entered a new tier of regard. People will begin talking about you in rooms you are not in, and it will finally be in your favor, not against you. Influence will begin scaling. Reach will begin scaling. Respect will begin scaling. Access will begin scaling. And the most healing part? You won't have to beg for any of it. It will find you. Mid-message activation. I need you to declare this out loud. Literally speak it, because your own voice establishes jurisdiction over your atmosphere. Say this: I refuse burial. I refuse silence. I refuse erasure. I break agreement with humiliation. I align with public lifting. I align with favor that cannot be blocked. I align with doors that open and stay open. I align with the God who raises me in front of the very systems that tried to bury me. Say it again if you need to. You don't whisper destiny, you announce destiny. You don't apologize for being chosen, you accept being chosen. You are not taking up too much space. You are under-occupying. That ends now. Now, I'm going to ask you to engage not for vanity, but for legal agreement in the spirit. Step 1, hit like right now if you haven't. That is your public, yes, I receive this lift. Step 2, I need you to comment the number 111 right now. 111 is agreement, alignment, assignment. It means, my name will not stay buried, my light will not stay hidden, my voice will not stay silenced. I agree with public lifting. When you write 111 in the comments, you are putting a stake in the ground and documenting, this is the moment things turned. This matters. This is not about boosting engagement. This is about you testifying in advance. Step 3, I want you to send this message to 3 people that flashed in your mind while you listened. That wasn't random memory. That was the Spirit highlighting people connected to your next tier. When you share breakthrough, you position yourself in breakthrough flow. Distribution activates expansion. You are not just being elevated alone. You are being elevated as a signal for others. You are a carrier of shift. That's why the warfare against you has been this violent. You're not just valuable to you. You're valuable to everyone tied to you. Let's address the enemy strategy directly, because you deserve that transparency. The attack against you recently wasn't just about stress, it was about narrative theft. The goal was to write a false ending for you while you were still mid-story. The enemy wanted people to quietly conclude, yeah, they fell off. Yeah, they're not doing well. Yeah, they're kind of done, so that by the time God raised you, the gap between their expectation and your reality would be so dramatic that your comeback couldn't be denied. You're being set up for a before-after reveal. That's why you went through that stretch where you felt invisible, misunderstood, even mocked. That was the before shot. We are entering the after. You are exiting private pain and entering public proof. And I want to speak this clearly. God is not just going to restore you to where you were before you were attacked. He's not just going to give you back to normal. Back to normal is beneath what's on you. This promotion is not about returning to baseline. This promotion is about surpassing every previous ceiling and converting what hurt you into what validates you. You're not going back to how it was. You're going forward to where it should have always been. There's another layer here, vindication. You've been saying in your quiet moments, God, I don't even need revenge. I just want the truth seen. I just want people to know I wasn't lying. I just want people to know I wasn't the problem. Here is your confirmation. Vindication is built into your lift. The same mouths that said, they're dramatic, will have to say, wow, they're actually walking in something real. The same voices that positioned you as unstable will have to acknowledge your consistency. The same people who told others not to work with you, not to trust you, not to support you, will have to watch those same others run toward you because heaven will mark you as safe, solid, chosen, and necessary. You will not have to put on a show to convince anyone. Your fruit will be the statement. Your peace will be the statement. Your stability will be the statement. Your increase will be the statement, and there will be nothing they can do about it. This is critical. Don't waste energy trying to argue in circles with people who are committed to misunderstanding you. That is resource leakage. You are not obligated to sit in rooms that keep voting against you. If they didn't see your value when you were loyal, they are not qualified to have access when you are elevated. Your circle post lift will be leaner, but it will be aligned, and aligned beats large every time. Now I want to move from comfort into instruction because breakthrough still requires participation. Directive 1. Before you sleep tonight, remove one access point that keeps reinfecting your spirit. That might be a number in your phone, a chat thread you keep rereading to reopen the wound, an object that ties you emotionally to a version of yourself that was desperate for approval from the wrong audience. Cut it. This is not petty. This is prophetic hygiene. God is saying, I will not promote you while you are still willingly feeding poison into your own system. Directive 2. Write down 3 outcomes you are expecting in the next 21 days. Be specific. This bill cleared. This approval released. This anxiety broken. This door opened. You're not begging, you're aligning. Vague request leads to vague fulfillment. Specific request leads to trackable proof. Directive 3. Speak over yourself audibly every morning, even if you feel shaky when you say it. I am not buried. I am planted. I am not forgotten. I am reserved. I am not humiliated. I am positioned. I am not finished. I am in rollout. You need to hear your own mouth stop agreeing with the lie that you are done. You are not done. You are in pre-launch. I also need to tell you this because this will stabilize you emotionally. Resistance will spike right before visibility hits. Don't misread that. When you start to see small signs of movement, tiny favor, light breakthrough, small financial shift, reconnection you didn't expect, hell will panic because it knows what that early movement means. You may feel one last wave of accusation, one last, you're not worthy, one last, you're going to mess this up like last time, one last, don't get your hopes up. Hear me. That voice is lying. That voice is late. That voice is desperate. That voice is out of authority. That voice is terrified of you finally believing what heaven has already said about you. Do not fold just because the pressure gets loud for a day. Pressure is not a prophecy. Pressure is just noise. You are not going to break this time. You are going to break through. We're going to close this message with commissioning, and I want you to absorb it like strategy, not poetry. You are stepping into a phase of public lifting. That means access will increase, reach will increase, trust in you will increase, stability around you will increase, provision will increase. The level of peace you walk in will become part of your testimony. You will breathe differently. You will sleep differently. You will speak differently. You will carry yourself differently. You will no longer enter rooms apologizing for existing. You will no longer beg people to choose you. You will no longer negotiate your worth down just to stay included. That has expired. You are being positioned, not tolerated. You are being endorsed, not pitied. You are being advanced, not managed. You are moving from kept around just in case to we literally cannot move forward without them. That is what lifting looks like. And it is happening in front of the same eyes that watched you be mishandled, misunderstood, misnamed, and mislabeled. This is full circle energy. This is public reversal. This is strategic honor. This is God saying, I saw what they did when you were small. Now watch what I do when I scale you. So here's your final activation. Hit like now as your, yes, I receive this. Comment 111 to covenant with this word over your life. Share this message to deploy the same covering and the same elevation grace over every person tied to your destiny. And lock this into your core identity going forward. They tried to bury you, but God says, I am lifting you publicly. And once I lift you, no voice, no rumor, no alliance, no sabotage, no jealousy, and no spiritual attack will be able to push you back underground again. You are moving out of hidden suffering and into visible favor, effective immediately.